behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. We're glad that you could join us for yet again another episode. And we got a great one for you coming up in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and every time a new interview is ready for you to watch, you'll be notified. And we got a comment section, obviously, so use that and let us know what you think. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV, which is our official Facebook page, and feel free to send us an inbox, comment everything you see, and like the page, so forth. And you can also email us at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com, which is not just for bands and solo artists wanting to be on the show, but if you're simply a fan, hey, we'd like to hear from you too. And we're going to recap all this at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Sacramento, California, we have Henny Holyfield, a very talented artist, obviously, and we're going to be talking to him in just a moment, but first, here's a quick word from ClickJam. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Well, hello there, it's interview time as promised, and with us from Sacramento, California, we have Henny Holyfield. Thanks for joining us, Henny.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here today. So, tell us a little bit of why, of a story about why you decided you wanted to become an artist. I mean, obviously, everyone has their own story, and I'm sure you have your own story. So,
it was a way to vent. It definitely, something that I enjoyed before I started to create. But I was in a dark place in my head, and making music, it gives you a way to say some things that you can't necessarily say. You can say them musically, but you can't say them regularly. So it gave me a way to vent my frustration and my pain.
Oh, okay. Well, that is quite an interesting point there. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the artists that you grew up with that helped motivate you to become the artist you are now?
Definitely MC Hammer. Heavy D. They introduced enjoying yourself while you're making music. They dancing and smiling and stuff like that. Like, those are two big influences. But I think the more than that, just lyrically, who influenced me would be Tupac Shakur and Outkast. Just both great at telling stories and with creative ways of putting it together. But yeah, those are some of the main artists that influence the person sitting in front of you today.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Hammer. I mean, he's obviously a legend.
Hammer was the man. Hammer was the man. You can't tell me no different.
And Outkast, I mean, I hadn't thought about that name in a long time, but yeah, I remember Outkast too. They were pretty good. A lot of those people you mentioned, obviously legends, as I said, so you can't go wrong with them.
Well, when you study the legends, then you have the potential to become one yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they tried to become, and they succeeded with that. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we can find your music? I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you have physical copies like CDs, obviously you can volunteer that as well.
I do have physical copies of every project that I've put out. I have 11 projects total now. My email is hennyholyfield@gmail.com. My website is hennyholyfield.com. Those are two of the ways that you can get a hold of me if you want to get a physical copy. But yes, everything is under Henny Holyfield, HennyHolyfield, just like that. Any streaming platform you have, you can look it up. I have plenty of videos on YouTube. Yeah, you look my name up, you're going to find a lot.
Okay, well, you heard it from the man himself. Go out there and get the, go on all streaming platforms, download his music, buy his CDs, so forth, and I know he would love you for that. So, and speaking of that, we got a music video coming up for you in just a moment or two. Why don't you tell us the name of the song and if there's a story behind it? We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, well, the song is called All Mine, dedication to my wife. It is off my album Clocked In that dropped in August of last year. I've got, plenty of singles for that project, but this particular one is just, to talk about love. It's something that, sometimes it's touched on, but I feel like it's not enough. And people fall in love and out of love, and there's all different kind of stories to it. And I feel like it's always a great story to tell. So this is off my sophomore album Clocked In, which is available everywhere. The video for this is available everywhere, as well as the single itself.
Okay, yeah, that's a good story, and I think it's pretty much explains itself, as you said. So, and
my blood cousin Alizé Ali is on the record as well.
Oh, okay.
We have an album as well, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this is just an example.
Okay, yeah. And we'll be looking at that in just a moment. But before we get into that, I think that's all the time we have for right now. Henny, we'd love to have you back sometime if you'd like to come back.
Sounds good, man. Please be on the lookout for my new album, Nostalgic, that is getting ready to drop. We're working out the kinks right now, but it's on the way. So if you look me up and you follow me on any streaming platform, then you'll be able to see that as soon as it drops.
Okay, so you don't have an estimated time yet when it'll be out?
I don't, because there are some technical things that have to be taken care of, but I would like to hope that it will be out this week.
Okay, well, keep an eye on that, and let's go ahead and go with All Mine by Henny Holyfield, and we'll be right back, so don't go away.
Let's talk about love. When done right, it's a beautiful thing. It ain't something that only exists on a movie screen. See, I believe that every king deserves to have a queen, one that can show him love better than he's ever seen. Ride or die for him, and be down to do anything if he keep her happy and treat her like she is everything, and be willing to give her more than just a wedding ring, so that she'll never feel the need to go and spread her wings. But be advised, if you decide to do her wrong, don't be surprised when she decides she's moving on. Temptation is crazy, that's something I cannot contest, but why entertain other options when you got the best? Yeah, true love is something that's hard to find. Mine so solid, she stuck around through my darkest times. Yeah, I was blessed with a spectacular wife, and when I'm gone, I hope I find you in the afterlife. For real.
We can have a picnic at night, drinking under stars in God's eyes. It's me against the world when I fight, but as long as I got you, I'll be alright. Compromise and swallow my pride. If loving you is wrong, I'm doing hard time. Forever doesn't end when we die, cause even in the sky, you'll be all mine.
What's a Martin Luther King without a Coretta? Who the hell is Prince Charming with no Cinderella? I can't imagine my pops without a Stella. That's like Billy Farnsworth without an umbrella. If Bonnie never met Clyde, would he be alive? Turn himself over to the laws instead of suicide. I read Romeo and Juliet's final goodbye. I guess that's what they really mean when they say ride or die. Julius Caesar went to Egypt just for Cleopatra. Cookie line having them kids made Lucius a trapper. Even Michelle played a role in Barack's chapter. Helped a college professor become a presidential factor. You see, love is the most powerful drug of all. It can help a broken man up after he fall, or make a Prince of Troy go to war and lose it all. That's why I'm looking at your number, wonder should I call?
We can have a picnic at night, drinking under stars in God's eyes. It's me against the world when I fight, but as long as I got you, I'll be alright. Compromise and swallow my pride. If loving you is wrong, I'm doing hard time. Forever doesn't end when we die, cause even in the sky, you'll be all mine. Yeah, even in the sky, you'll be all mine. Yeah, even in the sky.